How you doing? My name's John Sikoris, and this is Sharif Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
You have no idea what's coming.
What's going on? Welcome. Whoop, whoop. Talking smack. Talking shit. Alright, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Like I said, it's fucking cold weather over here, man, bro. Oh, I'm trying to fix this camera. Hold on. Like Jerry Ward would say, make it square. By the way, Jerry Ward and Dave Palumbo both, those guys are sneaker guys, you know. I never understood that. I don't get it, bro. I get sneakers from Walmart. I don't care. They look good. How many times I wear, like, Walmart sneakers, people say, bro, where'd you get those sneakers? I like those. And I'm like, bro, I got them from Walmart. You know, I could never spend hundreds of dollars. I just saw, you know, my boy Dave Palumbo just opened up a box with all these, like, fucking sneakers. And some guys get sneakers, you gotta have your name on them and shit. I don't, to me, when you gotta have your name on sneakers and stuff, that's like, you know, that's like, you know, it's pretty, you know, I don't know, grandiose, in my opinion. But, I don't get it, bro. I don't see it, the whole sneaker fucking fetish thing. But, hey, listen, if you got the Chicago and you can spend $300-400 on Yeezys or whatever these things are, some fucking sneaker that's, you know, and it looks like any other fucking sneaker to me. That's me, alright? It looks like any other sneaker, in my opinion. So when I see these sneakers, and I see Dave opening up that box and shit, and he's like, look at these sneakers, you know, yeah. Or maybe it says Palumbo on him. I'm like, wow, look at that, huh? I don't get it. That's just me, though. I couldn't walk on something, you know what I mean, that I paid fucking $400 or $200, even $200. It's crazy. $100 to me is crazy. For sneakers? Bro, I'm old school, man. I used to get Puma Clydes. They were like $10. You know, Converse and shit, you know, $10. You know? When I was a young kid, they used to sell them in a fucking basket at the goddamn grocery store. You pick them out of a basket. You could buy sneakers. Remember when we were kids in the 60s and shit, the girls used to wear the pointy white ones and the boys wore like, you know, like PF Flyers, fucking Keds, or, you know, one of those fucking things. What'd you pay, like fucking $5 for them? You know what I mean? I think the girls' sneakers were like $2. Yeah. Showing my age. Alright. My voice is a little shot. Give me a break. Oh yeah, David R. was asking me about the Metformin. You know, and I talked to him, you know, and I made a comment and was asking me, you know, because Dave says about the Metformin. That's Dave's opinion. And you know, I value Dave's opinion. And some of you guys were freaking out because I drank fucking soda. And it's, dude, it's diet soda, and it's diet root beer from fucking Walmart and shit. And here's my little Metformin. I'm going to take one right now. Look, watch it. I'll chew it. Now what? Pop that food. I don't know why. I'm doing that because you guys saw me do that on Palumbo's video. And, some of you guys are like, wow, what is he doing drinking soda? I don't drink soda. I drink diet soda. And I don't drink it all the time. I drink water. But sometimes I gotta have a little fucking bubbly. You know what I mean? Now, look here, Metformin. Wait, don't have my fucking... Okay, yeah, it doesn't have my fucking address and shit on here. But anyway, right there, bang, Valentino. See, take 500 milligrams, and then take, 2 tablets. And take 3 a day. There you go. And it's not, I don't give a shit about the IGF. I don't give a shit, I'll stop the IGF in the liver. Let me tell you something. The benefits of what it does for me. The benefits. Bro, I'm going to be 60 years old. All right? I just started TRT over the summer. Low dose testosterone. Dig is the burps comes with the fucking root beer. All right? Low dose testosterone. And, yeah, bro, go look at my leg fucking video where my legs are jacked and everything like that. It's on my fucking thing. Yeah, I know. I'm going to do more videos. Simmer down. I actually got a few done. I got to fix them up and put them up. But if you go look at my leg video, dude, I was on nothing. Nothing. And for years, for a couple of years, nothing. No TRT, nothing. And the TRT doesn't do anything. It doesn't make your body like, oh, look, I'm jacked. It just replaces the testosterone. Because when you fucking testosterone's like 100, I don't know. I think mine was like 126 or something like that. But, from all them years of abusing it. But, that's all I care about. I'm not trying to get super huge. And not for nothing, I'm fucking pretty built. If you see me in person, I'm pretty big still. I'm not huge like I was, but who the fuck wants that? And I don't give a shit about what I'd rather take fucking Metformin than be fucking with insulin. Okay? And I know Dave tells people to take the insulin. I'd rather take the fucking Metformin. I listen to Dave with everything, trust me. Dave's my boy. We're very close friends, okay? But the reality is, I don't agree with all that shit. Just take insulin. That's fucking crazy, man. So, David R., if you want to take the Metformin, I've never heard anybody bitch about it. The only thing you get people some bitch about the diarrhea. That's only at first, and I don't get that shit. I get diarrhea from breathing air, okay? So I'm just telling you, don't worry about that. It's good. It fucking lowers your sugar in the liver. It stops the production of sugar in the liver. It lowers it down. Makes you more insulin sensitive. It's lighter on the pancreas. Gives the pancreas a break from fucking constantly trying to produce insulin, to match the sugar that you fucking, that your liver's... It's fucking good. And it helps you live longer, okay? So, and even Dave said that. Those are the positive sides of it. If it's going to affect IGF, I don't give a shit, bro. I got super jacked without taking IGF or growth hormone. There you go. So, I'm feeling happy today. I just took my Metformin. Okay. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to talk about here. I got a few things I'm going to talk about. Alright. Let's get busy. You don't want to see my head looking at the fucking clipboard. Alright, before I really get crazy into shit here, Tyler Keach, whatever, said, we all want to know, what were you doing on 9/11? I'm sure everybody gives 2 shits about what I was doing on 9/11. But, I'm going to answer it. My girlfriend died on September 10th. Okay, 2000. So she died September 10th, 2000. 9/11 was September 11th, 2001. So what I was doing was I was right there in New York City where my girlfriend died. Okay, my girlfriend died on 46th Street. On an apartment on 46th Street. So I was right there. Okay, and I was actually there overnight into 9/11, into 9/11. Okay, so there was a year on the anniversary of her death, 2010. That night, I was there. I was spray painting on the fucking. Believe it or not, I did. I spray painted on the sidewalk, and all that shit. That I loved her and all. I lit some candles out in front of the place because that's the way I am. I'm not gonna get into it, but I did a bunch of things, and then, midnight passed. Now it's like 2, 3 in the morning. I met my friend, and then we went over to Around the Clock Diner. Okay? We ate at the Around the Clock Diner. My boy Paulie and I, and it was I left at about maybe 7 in the morning. 7:30, I left to come back home. And Around the Clock Diner is right down there by, the Twin Towers. It's right down that way, you know what I mean? And it's a little bit on the other side, but still, it's right there. So now what I did was then, I take the west side home, so I pass right by the fucking, there's Twin Towers, right by them. I get home, and, I lay down. Next thing I know, my father knocks on the door. Goes, "You're not gonna believe it, man. Somebody's fucking bombing the Twin Towers." I'm like, "Dude, I was right there." You know what I mean? So I was there about an hour before the fucking first plane hit the towers. All right. So and the only reason why I was there was because at night, we went out, and then I, had some food and shit in the morning because we go out all night. And that's New York City, bro. You know what I mean? We're not talking about like fucking Cornfield, USA that closes at like fucking 12 o'clock at night or whatever the fuck. Fuck that. We don't go out till like 1, 2 in the morning. And that's why I was there. But I was really there because my girlfriend had died, so I did this little vigil that I do. And, outside of where she died. There. That's what I can tell you. Okay? That's the best I can tell you. There you go. All right? And I said 46th Street. She died on 47th Street. Sorry. But it doesn't matter. Okay, Midtown Manhattan. Doesn't matter. Alright? That's where I was, and that's what I did. So, who asked me? It's on the comment section. You guys can read the shit yourself. Tyler Keish, he asked me. So that's what I did on 9/11. Alright? Then I was down there on 9/11 the day. I went down. He couldn't even get in over that way. They had the whole. I was in the New York Manhattan. I was in the city in New York City, but I was in the upper. And man, that shit, you could smell that shit and the smoke and shit. Whew. You couldn't even see. It was a fog and it stunk. You know what I mean? You could smell the burn. It smelled like burning plastic. Somebody's burning tires and stuff like that. Oh, what are you gonna do? It's the life of a New Yorker. Alright, let's talk about something else. Alright, just to make it clear, some of you are probably wondering, well, you didn't say, well, how your girlfriend died, She was only 26 years old, and let me explain to you how she died. She passed away from fucking around with Oxycontins and all that stuff. She was once a heroin addict. She was in prison. Really 11 times, but 9 times she did time, real time, okay? And she was a gangbanger and a whole bit. But, before she knew me, she was on the streets prostituting, and she was a bad heroin addict. But she switched from heroin at the end of our, just before she died. She kept it quiet from me, so I didn't know, okay? But she was starting to fuck around with Oxycontins, and she was taking a lot of them, and she was mixed that with she used to drink cold syrup. With codeine. She would pure codeine cold syrup. She would drink that. So, she would drink that. She would mix Percocet, Oxycontins, Valiums, all those things, and that's just a cocktail. Did you fucking with Oxycontins, you could fucking die. Okay, don't think you can't, because you can't. My girlfriend died from that. Alright, so that's what she died from, an overdose of opiates. Alright, and she died in her friend's house. So, and I saw the body, and it didn't look good, okay? Didn't even look like her, because she was laying hanging off the bed, and she had lividity, and the whole face was distorted, and you never want to see that shit, okay? I'm just telling you. So when you have to ID a body and all that, hope none of you people have to go through that. So, for you people that are, asking me about what happened, but how did my girlfriend die? Because I didn't mention that in the beginning when I talked about my girlfriend had died. So that's why. Okay, I just wanted to get that straight for you people asking me that. That's why. Oh, let me add one other thing here. Somebody else was talking about was saying, which guy was this now? Hold on, I think I wrote it down here. No, I didn't. All right, one of the guys was saying something about caffeine addiction. Is it real? And and another guy wrote ha 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 LOL and all that shit. You guys know who we are, all right? When you read that, listen, it's all right, but caffeine addiction is real, you know, because I'm talking about my last video. I talked about caffeine addiction and everything. And it's real. The pre-workouts and all that shit, guys get addicted to that shit. Guys get addicted to coffee. There's people cannot function if they don't have the coffee. And if you told somebody who's used to drinking cups of coffee, a certain amount of cups of coffee each day, and they don't drink, and you force them to go a day without that, they're sleepy, they're tired, they don't feel good, they get headachy. Classic sign, bro. That's a classic sign that you're addicted to caffeine. It doesn't mean addiction like fucking heroin, and it doesn't mean addiction like fucking Oxycontins or any of that shit, you fucking momo. It doesn't mean that. Stop being a fucko. You know what I mean? With your LOLs and shit, dude. Come on, bro. It's real. Palumbo talks about it all the time. Palumbo won't take any supplements with caffeine. And he won't make supplements with caffeine. He's against it because he feels like... Dude, caffeine is worse than ephedrine, you know, in some ways. Caffeine fucking gives you the gut, like when you take that shit, you know, you start getting that fucking bubble, you know, the shit bubble inside you, you know, in the guts, doing that shit, and then you shit your brains out. Okay, so come on, pre-workout, bro. If you went and you had a big meal, and then you went and took your pre-workout, you'd be shitting in the, when that shit starts hitting you, you'd be shitting in the bowl, okay, number one. And number two, you know, the caffeine, so it affects your stomach, but it doesn't give you that same energy that you get like ephedrine. We talked about Rip Fuel, and I think even Redline was, you know, that VPX came out with Redline. I think that was all caffeine. I mean, there was a lot of fucking ephedrine and shit too. But those kind of things, that's why like Adderall gives you different kind of energy, you know what I mean? Like right now, I'm fucking around with nootropics, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna be giving you guys a whole thing with that. We'll talk about that. But I gotta make sure. I gotta, you know, still doing the like, you know, I'm actually doing like a clinical trial with that shit. We'll get into that. I mean, it means nothing, and it ain't my supplement. Somebody else's supplement. So simmer down, okay? I can't afford to come out with my own fucking. I couldn't come out with ass hair in a capsule. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I take care of too many people, bro, for me to be making supplements. But you know, I do really like this shit so far, you know, because it's different. It's different. Now, ephedrine works differently. Fucking Adderall. I've taken Adderall. It works differently. Okay? He's a different animal. You know? No, I never did crystal meth. No, I never did coke. Okay, so simmer down. You get a few idiots that saying stupid shit like that, you know? No. Nice try. But I do like to fly, and I do take ephedrines. I have some here, and I do take, what do you call it? Adderall, but once in a blue moon. Only on days where I really can't fucking, I really need to focus, okay? But I'll take Adderall maybe once a month. Maybe. Okay? I'll take ephedrine once every maybe 10 days. I'll take ephedrine once every 10 days. I mostly rely on the caffeine shit, and I don't like it, but I try to do the least amount possible. The least amount possible. Because it does fuck with you, and you do get addicted. You get addicted easily to it. Very easy. Palumbo talks about it all the time. He's dead against caffeine. He doesn't like caffeine usage. Ask him. You've seen him do it. All his supplements. He doesn't have any supplements that come out with a caffeine. He doesn't like that stuff. Okay? When he first started the company, he came out with I forgot the name of it, but he gave it to me. I think I had a bottle here somewhere. Dave gave me all his shit. But you know, he came out with, I forgot what the name was, but it you know, it had a little bit of caffeine, and he did a one run, and he was done. He said, you know, he did it because people really wanted it. It was a pre-workout, and it was like a nitrous oxide thing, but it had caffeine, and he said, no more. You know, it doesn't want that. It's not good, okay? And you do get addiction. So you idiots that are laughing at, oh, caffeine addiction. It doesn't mean you're going to be like jonesing and shit, and, you know, like, dude, I need my caffeine, you know. You might get a little bit like that, and you will join, but you're not going to be like, it's not like fucking, you know, heroin addiction or crystal meth addiction. Give me a break with that. And you idiots that are fucking talking about crystal meth, and it's the same as fucking ephedrine. It is not. It is not. Stop that. Stop being a fucking momo, bro. No, that's being a fucko. Stop being a fucko. Come on. And it's real. The addiction's real. Come on, you guys all know the story. Oh, Christ, I don't want to do. I have to tell it here. Do I have to tell the fucking story here? I told you the story. I've told the story a bunch of times about me when I... listen, man. Really fast. Alright, because I've told this story. I've told the story when I worked with Iron Mag Labs. I've told it on fucking Generation Iron. I've told it, I've told the story before. I don't know where the hell I've told it. I've told it a million times. I'll tell it to some of you guys probably never heard it before, but I can tell you it again. I was at my friend's funeral. My friend died. Okay, my friend Joe. And he died. And, you know, he was my childhood friend. Somebody I know from when I was a little boy. And, when he was in a coffin, they kept the casket closed. And then at the end of the funeral, at the end of the wake, when we're gonna go, you know, take him to the plot to be buried, you know, his sons walked out. They didn't want to see him, you know, because his death was not good. And it was just me, his mother, his father, my girlfriend, his sister, and his sister's fiance. So we're over there, and it's a hot summer day, and I'm sweating and everything, you know. And I go over to the body, and I start, like, hugging him and shit, and I'm, like, crying, you know. I mean, because this is my boy, bro. This is like a brother to me, you know. So I'm crying, I'm getting all snotty, you know, when you cry, you fucking sweat, you feel like your nose is running and shit, you know, and you're crying, you know, and I'm hugging him. Because we were all doing that. His mother did it first, his father did it, you know. And I'm over there, and I'm hugging him, and I'm kissing his face and shit. And when I'm done, I get up, and I turn, and I go to walk away, and I'm dripping now. Sweat, shit. And I turn, and I look at my girlfriend and his mother, who are standing right there, and I see this look on their face of utter horror. Like this. And I turn, and I look back at the coffin, and he looked like Carrie. Like the movie Carrie. He had blood from here all over him, all over his clothes, all over. The inner casket was white. It was blood all everywhere. Because I had a wicked bloody nose. Probably the worst bloody nose I ever had in my life. It was pouring. And I didn't know it. I didn't see it. Because when you're crying and you're all fucked up, your eyes are closed, and you're like, Joe, you know. So shit was like that, right? And I was drenched. I had blood everywhere. It looked like a murder scene. It was unbelievable how much blood there was. Unbelievable. I must have bled out a pint on him and another pint after that. So, you know, the guys from the funeral home come running over and shit, and they get paper towels, and they're spraying Windex on his fucking face and shit, you know, trying to get that shit off, the blood off. And the father's like, whoa, no more. Just leave the blood. They said it's symbolic. It's symbolic because these two were brothers. It's symbolic. I mean, Greg and Joey were buddies since we were little boys. You know, we were brothers. You know, we slept together. We used to do everything together. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was fucking crazy, bro. It was fucking crazy. And the blood was everywhere. So, you know, the mother was, like, they were horrified. They were totally horrified. And like I said, they were wiping his face with fucking Windex, bro. Spraying at you, trying to get the blood off. It was fucking, it sounds a little funny. It was, you know, it's kind of, when you think about it, it's like, it's funny in a way, you know, just spraying Windex on the guy's face and shit. He's dead. He looks like Carrie. But, you know, it wasn't funny. Anyway, they brought me over into the bathroom, and we were literally wringing my clothes out with blood. The blood wouldn't stop. I'm over the sink, throwing water, you know, sticking the shit up your nose, trying to stop it. It's not stopping, bro. It's not stopping. They actually went, the funeral procession went, now I'm one of the pallbearers. Okay? So I can't, you know, I couldn't take him out of there because I was too busy bleeding in the bathroom. Finally, the blood stops, and I bolt to the friggin', I'm driving like a maniac through the town. I get to the fucking funeral, I get to the where he's being buried, and I got there just as the funeral procession got there, and I was able to take him out of the coffin and put him, you know, where the grave is and stuff, and he, you know, then they say a few words and he goes into the ground. But the blood was everywhere, bro. The blood was, I never bled like that before in my life, and I realized then, that's how I realized my first issue with caffeine addiction, because I was so addicted. The first thing I would do, I'd wake up in the morning, and I was pulling like a rich piano. You know what I mean? I was fucking smacking it 2 or 3 fucking scoops of of fucking pre-workout and banging that down. It's like, you know, some of these pre-workouts got 400 or 500, yeah, it's like taking 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. And it brings your blood pressure high, so fucking, you know what I mean? And that's how I learned the hard way about my caffeine addiction, was like that, you know? So now I try to, you know, I simmer that down. I like a little go-go juice, you know what I mean? Mix it up a little bit, a little go-go juice. But I try to stay away from, like, you know, again, I have a few bottles unopened of Love It, Kill It. Full bottle, look, sealed. Look, ready? See, it's still sealed. Never been opened. Full bottle. But I don't really use it, man. I use like Bang and Rain. But one can of Bang and Rain could last me 2-3 weeks. That's how long. One can. I just take a couple sips. That's it. That's it. Okay? Because I don't want to get addicted to caffeine. Like I was. But this would have lasted me a fucking 2 days. I mean, I would have took 3 or 4 scoops of this back then when I bled on my friend. So caffeine addiction's real, okay? And you guys think it isn't. The blood pressure thing is not good. Okay, that's another thing. I didn't even fucking talk about that at the beginning of the video. But the blood pressure alone, taking so much of that shit, you give a heart attack. So, okay? God rest my friend Joey. Joey Parker's name was. So you people who grew up with me, you know who he is. But anyway, so that's my story. Listen, guys, there's a little bit of a discrepancy here, you know, because we talked about Ronnie Coleman. I think I talked about that on a Dave. Did I talk about that with Dave? I don't remember. Whatever. About Ronnie and his fucking legs and stuff, you know. And I'm good friends with Ronnie. And Ronnie trained heavy, but there's a difference. Somebody else was saying, well, Dorian Yates trained heavy and he doesn't have all those joint problems. I don't remember who said that. But a few guys made little comments about that. So I figure I want to clear something up. Okay? First of all, Ronnie was, did I talk about it? No, I talked about it on Generation Iron. Sorry, it wasn't RX. It was on Generation Iron. Sorry. But it doesn't matter where we talked about it. It matters that people were making comments and they're talking about, like, oh, heavy training and this and that and steroids and blah, 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 blah. Listen to me. First of all, Ronnie was predisposed to that. Okay? Meaning is genetic. Okay? It's kind of genetic what happened to Ronnie. Okay? Because hip replacement, knee replacement, asshole replacement, all of that shit, you know, is fucking genetic. Even if your gagoose doesn't work right, okay? It's all that shit is genetic. And when you take a lot of steroids and then you fucking hammer your body, you know, your muscles get really strong when you take steroids. But it doesn't help the joints and ligaments. It helps the muscle. Muscle and ligament and joint is 2 different things. That's why guys tear muscles too. Sometimes the muscle gets too strong and the fucking tendon can't handle it. You understand? And it rips right off the fucking tendon, the muscle. Okay? Listen. All of that shit is genetic. There's guys who rip muscles, have ripped rip this muscle, rip that muscle, and there's other guys who do the same exercise, super heavy, and don't rip a muscle. Everything has, if you're genetically predetermined to it, it can happen with lifting heavy and taking steroids. It can happen. But I want to get into something. Listen. Shh. Listen what I'm going to tell you. What stews my clams is the guys who are trying to compare Dorian Yates with Ronnie Coleman. You can't compare it. As Ronnie would say, it's apples and oranges, you know? And it's the truth. Listen to me. When you train heavy, you do a heavy set, like Ronnie Coleman, you know, he would put fucking sick weights on. He T-bar row with like 450 pounds, but he was getting, you know, 15 reps, you know, 12 reps with that. So for Ronnie that wasn't heavy. For you, it's heavy. For me, it's heavy. But for Ronnie, it wasn't heavy. If he's getting the reps with that, he has such naturally strong, it's like, Tom Platz could take 315 and squat it 60 times. That's lightweight for Tom Platz. Some guys, that would be like fucking heavyweight. For everything is relative. If you took a 3-year-old little girl and she picked up a 25-pound dumbbell and put it up over her head like this, you go, holy shit! You know what I mean? But if I did it, you go, Valentino, what the fuck you doing? You know, what is that? You know? Heavy is relative. Now, Ronnie lifted very heavy. So did Dorian. So a few guys, yes, you're correct. But where you're wrong, okay, when the guys are, Dorian lifted really heavy and he didn't get the same thing that Ronnie got. It's because also Dorian did what's heavy-duty training. Heavy-duty is not the same as lifting heavy. The word heavy's in there, but it doesn't mean it's the same as lifting heavy. First of all, this is could apply to old school training, but I'm going to talk about it here. Listen to me. I've said this before, and I'm going to make this fucking clear. All of you, listen to me. It's very important you understand the difference. Lifting heavy weights, okay, works the white fiber of the muscle, okay, which is the explosive fiber, the fast twitch, okay? If you have predominantly fast twitch muscle, that's going to work for you. But guys that lift heavy don't do heavy duty. Heavy duty, you hit all the fucking muscle. What? Fast twitch, slow twitch, and everything in between combo of, okay? Because there's more than just fast twitch, slow twitch. That's, is in between, okay? There's a little mixture of both, okay? Now, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Heavy duty can actually take you 5 minutes to do one set. And that one set is the equivalent to another guy doing heavy weights for little or even volume or anything, okay, for 10, 15, 20 sets is in one set. So when Dorian Yates would do a set, most of you could not do that. I've done it, and I didn't like it, okay, because it's not fun to do, first of all. And you won't like training. You won't look forward to it. But it takes a special breed to do that, too. And I don't have the mindset. I did it. The Arthur Jones. Arthur Jones was the god with all this shit. He's the one who started all that heavy-duty shit. Mike Mentzer, all those guys got that shit from Arthur Jones. Casey Viator, okay? Those were all Arthur Jones mentality, okay? And that is, the set don't begin until you've done at least 8 to 10 reps. That's when the set begins. Let me explain. Listen to me, okay? Dorian Yates would do a set. Arthur Jones would make you do a set. I did with his disciple, one of his disciples, okay? I've met Arthur Jones, but he didn't train me, but one of his main people trained me. His name was Bob Beff, okay? Who owned the Nautilus Center and did the Nautilus type training. And the real Nautilus training wasn't doing sets on a Nautilus machine. Arthur Jones would crack a whip and hit you in the ass if he saw you do more than a set on a machine. The real way to do it was you would do a set, okay? And you would do those heavy weights. And then he would make you bring it down slow. And then he'd help you up. And then he'd bring it down slow. And then he'd help you up. And then he'd bring it down slow. And then he'd make you hold it. All right? And then you'd have to let it down at a real slow pace like this. And he'd strip the weights. And now you got to go back, bang. And you push it back again. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? And you do it to the point where you can't move anymore. To momentary failure. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you? To momentary failure. Now, again, he would do the same thing. Then you'd hold it up and he'd do like now you're holding it and he would force you. And you'd have to fight him and he'd bring it all the way down. The negative accent, the negative. Okay? Accentuate the negative, whatever the fuck you say, right? Then you push it back up, and then you push it back down, and then you push it back up, and then you push it back down. This is all one set, bro. Then he stripped the weight again. Boom. Now you're going again. Fully strict. Full motion. Full motion. Full motion. Full motion. Again. Boom, 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 boom. Till now you're failing. And now you're like fucking snot, spit, shit, farting. Everything's coming out of you. You understand what I'm saying? And you make you do that negative. And then hold it halfway. Like this. Hold it halfway. Come on! And he'd tell you to push it. Come on! And he'd help you up with it. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You get it up like this, and you bring it back all the way down. Now pull it up. No, no, not to the point where resting. Never. There's no rest. Guys will fucking puke during the set. This went on and on and on. It stripped the weight again. Continue to go. And by the time you were done, bro, you would drip in sweat. One set. And you were on the floor. That's heavy duty. Okay, there's a big difference between that and heavy training. The word heavy, you get, your mind gets a little, you know what I'm saying? The word heavy, by the time you're done, you might have done 50 reps by the time you're done. It depends on how you're training, who you're training with. But on the time you're done with Arthur Jones, he may have you done 50 reps. But by the time you've done 50, you'll die. You're dead. You failed at 8. At the beginning. And, there's, like I said, force reps, negative fucking, accentuate the negative, and then put up, and then he'd help you up, and then accentuate the negative, and then he'd help you up, and then hold it, and then let it down slower. And right down here, and then, God, help you, push it back up, and help you up, assisted reps, boom. Unbelievable, bro. Unfucking believable. By the time he stripped away like 4 or 5 times. You're done, bro. You're done. You're cooked. You're crying. You don't even want to do. You don't even want to do another set of anything else. That's the way Arthur Jones will do it. That's heavy duty. So when you guys are out there talking fucking shit, okay, when you get the few fuckos that like Valentino doesn't know what he's talking about. Dorian Yates did heavy. Dorian Yates did heavy duty. Dorian Yates did Mike Mentzer, what Mike Mentzer did. That's the way those guys train. I know Mike Mentzer. I know fucking Ray Mentzer. Well, I knew them. You know what I mean? Mike Mentzer was in my gym, the gym I owned. He was in my gym, sat in my gym, and he watched me train. He told me, dude, you're not getting everything you can out of your training. Because I was doing high volume. And look, Schwarzenegger tried with Arthur Jones, the heavy duty, and he fucking shrunk. He said, the worst thing that happened to a bodybuilder could happen to me. I got smaller and smoother. It's not for everybody. First of all, most people don't do it right. I did it right. I can't tell you how Arnold did it, but I know I did it right because I had Arthur Jones' right-hand man doing this shit with me. And I almost died. I'm telling you. I almost died. I didn't want to do it. I did it for a little bit, too, by the way. I didn't just do it one time. I did it for a while, for 6 months of that type training. But I couldn't do it anymore, bro. I couldn't do it anymore. It was just too much. I like volume. I like that pumping shit. You get a pump, but you're also dying, bro. I'm telling you, you're dying. You can't do it by yourself either. You have to have somebody training you. You can't do it with a partner because it's not like he gets on, you get on, like that. You can't do it like that. You have to have somebody basically train you that way. You know what I mean? You could technically do it with your friend, but then you'd have to wait 5-10 minutes because you have to recover from that, and then you'd have to do that to him. But by the time you're done, you don't even want to do anything. You don't want to do it to him. You don't want to do it to anybody. You're just laying on the floor, and you can't function. And those guys would do their whole body like that. You know what I mean? They would do one set for each body part, and they would literally fucking do that shit. Now, I'm not saying Dorian Yates did exactly that. I think he did 3 sets. I'm not sure. I think he did 3 exercises per body part. So he might have done that, He might have done it like that. I don't know the exact thing, but I know that the Arthur Jones method, that's the way you do it. Dude, it would kill you. It would fucking kill you. It would kill you. Most guys cannot do that. So when I hear guys, I'm doing heavy duty training, why? Because you think you're lifting heavy weights and you're doing 5-6 reps? You think that's going to build muscle? It's not. Sorry. Okay? It's not going to happen. And you can't compare the way Ronnie Coleman trained and the way Dorian Yates trained. You can't compare. Both of them trained heavy, but one did heavy duty, the other did heavy weight for reps. That's it. Gabish, because he was so fucking strong. Ronnie was so fucking strong. He did heavy weights for reps. It's not heavy duty. They're two different things. So don't compare those two. Alright? Two different things. Alright. Hey, listen. I'm just trying to help you guys, okay? This is Momo science. It's not rocket science and that bro science. Pfft, whatever the fuck that shit is. Alright. Let's open something else. Alright, listen to me, guys. I just want to... Let me just make something clear to you, okay? I'm going to... I want you to understand something. You know, it made me wonder about this, like, the guy that asked me about the Metformin. What's his name again? What the fuck is it? David R. And David R., you know, good job, buddy. But listen what I was trying to tell you. Okay, the guy that asked me about that, it made me think to myself. You know, how Palumbo was telling people, nah, you take the insulin and all that other shit, fuck the metformin. But then you become insulin dependent on that shit, you know? I mean, then you become literally like you have to take insulin for the rest of your life, you know? If you start injecting that shit and you start shutting your body down, you're going to become an insulin we have to fucking take injections, especially if you're borderline diabetic or diabetic already, but you're not fully, you know? So it just makes me think that, what are you really willing to do to become a pro bodybuilder? What are you really willing? Do you really think that the payoff at the end? Do you really think? I understand if you want to compete in bodybuilding and you want to make your fucking life as a pro bodybuilder, but do you have the genetics to do that? Because number one, only the genetically elite are going to be at the top. Okay. Number one. Number two. Really, there's no payoff to that stuff. I mean, you know, unless you get your own supplement company. Every one of the top pros, they're all involved with a supplement company. If they don't own it, they're all, you know, they got to rely on that, not winning shows. They got to rely on that and doing personal trainings and clients and shit. And what are you going to be? Fucking 60, 70 years old, running to the gym, I got to train a client, you know what I mean? Or, do you know, if that's what you want. See, I could spend all day in a gym. I owned a gym. I couldn't even, you know, I was a drug dealer back then too, but I'm saying, like, you know, I was out. You know, I can't spend all day there because it becomes like a pizza parlor, bro. You know what I mean? You work in a pizza parlor. You have to, wow, man, you make pizzas all day. You made 100 pizzas. The last thing you want to do is eat pizza. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, keep your life well-rounded. Don't be willing to, like, sacrifice your metformin. If you only need metformin, don't be willing to sacrifice that just so you can get big and jacked and you don't want to fuck up your IGF. You start taking all of these drugs, IGF, growth hormone, testosterone, and you know, all the different steroids, and then, you know, you're blocking estrogens, and you're blocking, you know, cortisone with cytidrins, and you're doing, you know, a little bit of cytomel and all that, but, you know, for your thyroid, you start doing all these things, you're throwing your whole fucking body off. You're throwing your whole fucking body off. And then you're going to lose it. And I love Dave. I love Dave Palumbo. But I knew Dave when he was 325 fucking pounds, and I know him now when he's 185. You know? And to think of all that mass you had and where to go. In the toilet. You know what I mean? You shit it out after a while. It's not permanent, and it's just, and it's not good. It's almost just like massively swelling your body up. And it's okay to get jacked, and it's okay to be big. I'm not saying that. I'd be a hypocrite to say that. And I'd be a hypocrite to say don't do steroids. I did it. I know. I didn't do all that shit, though. I just did steroids, bro. I didn't do growth hormone. I never did that shit. But the reality, what I'm trying to say to you is that you really should have fun with this. You know, bodybuilding to me is not really a sport. Okay, and it's not, you know, because first of all, bodybuilders are the most unathletic fucking, the bigger you are. You think the Olympia lineup, those guys can't fucking do shit, you know, athletically, you know what I mean? He's so big, he's so fucked up, you lose your athletic ability. I lost my athletic ability when I used to be a phenomenal athlete, but forget about all that, okay? The bottom line is, you can't sacrifice either your health either. Okay, it's not worth your health. You know, again, David R., if you're somebody who's supposed to be taking metformin, okay, your doctor prescribes that shit for you, right? And you got some guy on fucking, you watching some bodybuilding guru and he's telling you, no, take insulin instead and this and that. The other thing, you don't want to fuck up your IGF. You know what I mean? Then you won't grow big. It's bullshit. I grew big without any of that. Okay, and I'm a diabetic. But the thing is that, what are you going to do? You're really going to say, well, shit, maybe I shouldn't take my medicine because I don't want to, like, sacrifice muscle gains. Get the fuck out of here. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? This shit could help you live a long life. Insulin is not going to... The bullshit is bullshit, okay? We want the liver. We want to give the liver a break. Listen, my father died of liver cirrhosis, bro. You don't ever want to fucking die of that shit, bro. You rot. And once the liver shuts down, then the kidneys go. Bye. Nice knowing you. It's not good. It's not good. And that's why a lot of these guys, Phil Hernan, guys like that, God bless him. I love Phil. He's a good guy. But these guys, the kidneys, you got to live on a fucking kidney dialysis till you get a kidney donor. And you live on a kidney dialysis for, 6 days, every day for 6 hours a day, sitting on a machine. 6 hours of your day because you want to be jacked. And, something like metformin is a medicine that helps, deal with your blood sugar and all that shit, bro. And insulin sensitivity. If that's what you're supposed to do, and that's a medicine you're supposed to take your fucking medicine. Don't listen to anybody on the internet. I love Dave, but sometimes I disagree with some of the stuff, I love him. I love him dearly. No disrespect. I love him. You guys know that. Dave, we're like brothers. You know what I mean? Me, him, John Romano. I'm very close with Lee Priest. It's funny because I'm close with Sean Ray too, and Sean Ray don't get along with any of those guys. But I get along really well with him. Yeah, I mean, listen. Come on, guys. The bodybuilding... What happened to the old days when bodybuilding was... We just wanted to get fit and healthy and all that shit. You know what I mean? Take this shit for what it's worth. But don't sacrifice yourself to take every drug for every process in the body in search of just trying to get fucking humongous. For what? I mean, come on. You're not going to win the Olympia. And even if you did, there's a lot of pro bodybuilders who just, if they don't hustle, and they're not hustlers, they're not going to make money. You know what I'm talking about? It's just, look, worry about your life. Worry about your life, okay? Worry about getting your life together. I'm going to end this month with this, okay? I want you to be good to you. I want you to do good things for you that help you, help your life. Not just get huge, okay? Yeah, that's nice, but it's temporary. Every one of those guys that are mass monsters, including the original Dorian Yates, mass monster. But he's the first one to say nobody's going to stay that way. You're going to lose it. I don't care how big you are. You may say, I don't give a shit. I'll lift weights till I'm 80 years old. It's not going to happen. You're going to lose it. You may lift weights that long. But there's going to come a time you have to go off things. Or die. Or go on kidney dialysis or something else, and then you're going to be fucked. So I'm not saying don't do steroids. I'm saying do them smart. Be legit about shit. Be good to you first. Take care of your health first. Okay? Don't do stuff that's going to fucking fuck you up. Okay? Don't do stuff that's going to fuck you up. I don't think the average guy out there who's not competing as a pro should be doing insulin, IGF, growth. I don't think you need all that shit. You don't have to listen to me. Who the fuck am I? Right? Who the fuck am I? Well, if you're just, if you're trying to look good to be Mr. Mall, and well, the pros do it, I'm going to do it so I look like a pro. Yeah, okay. The minute you go off, Pee Wee Herman, I'm sorry, thank you. It's going to happen. It happens to all of them. I love Dave, but look at Dave. 325. Dave's never had a fat cell on his body. He was 325, ripped, shredded, grainy. I'm just telling you. Okay? Listen to me. Be good to yourself. Love yourself enough to say, I want to be fit. I want to be big. Good. Take some steroids. I'm not against that. I'm for that. But be responsible. Do the right thing by your body. Okay? Please. Do it for you. Alright? If you got kids, do it for the fact that you got kids. Don't be a selfish cocksucker. Spend all you got all on drugs and everything else. Spend all your time in the gym. Don't do that. You have kids, you have a family. Okay? Because what you do today affects when you're young. If you're 21, 22, 23, even watching this, what you do today affects when you're my age. Let me tell you something. Okay? Gabish? I made a lot of money in my day. I lost it all. Okay? I don't have no 401k. I don't have no fucking, you know what I mean? I don't have no retirement fund or any of that shit. Okay? It's important. It's important. That's more important than getting jacked. Because when you're fucking old, you're going to have to be working with the blue smock on at Walmart. Oh, yeah, paint in aisle 5. You know what I mean? That's it. You don't want to do that, okay? You want to have a plan. So start now while you're young. You older guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you are probably in the same boat I am, okay? Hey, listen, I'm happy. I make enough money. I got a house. I got everything. I got a kids, a family. I take care of a lot of people. A lot of people live in this house. And the ones that don't are always here. Okay? This house always has people. There's people right outside this door. So what I'm saying is do the right thing. Do the right thing by you. Okay? Be smart. Okay? You want a pension. You want that kind of shit. You should worry about that way, young. Not worry about just getting huge. Because when you're 67 years old, you're not going to want to work. Even if you're working as a personal trainer. You ain't going to run to the gym and deal with some client blowing bad breath in your fucking face and sitting there going, man, I can't believe I got to do this. And you got to constantly get clients. Constantly. You got to be a hustler. Because if you don't, nobody has the money to be spending fucking $100 a week just on somebody walking them through a workout. Unless you live in a rich area and you got it like that. But that's few and far between. Okay? Gabish? Alright? Be good to you. And if you need to take a medicine, like Metformin, take it. Just because some internet guy says, no, take growth, take this instead. Growth hormone without insulin and IGF and all that. You're crazy. Don't do that. Don't be a fucking momo. Okay? Otherwise you're going to be wind up like some of these pro bodybuilders where they got to get fucking... You're going to be sitting there on a fucking machine getting your blood filtered for 6 fucking hours a day. Alright. Remember I told you that. Right? Remember I told you that. Be good to you. Alright? Because down the road you're going to regret it. And everybody loses it. You're human. You're all going to get small. Jordan Yates said it. Dave Palumbo has said it and even said, look at me. I was once 325. Okay? No diss. He's my boy. I love him. I actually love the guy. Okay? There's no diss here. I'm just telling you. Even me, dude. Okay? Well, I was like 80 pounds heavier than I am now. And it's not good. It wasn't good 80 pounds. Trust me. I'm naturally built, so I kept a lot of size. But that's because I was born that way. But trust me, if there was once a river here, and man blocked it up and dammed it up and, and fixed this area up, take away man, and that river will come back. That's the way it works. So, you're going to go back being Pee Wee Herman. So, alright, enough. Listen, what I always tell you, don't think negative thoughts about yourself. You matter. You matter to me, okay? And you should matter to yourself. If you don't, you got to change that, bro. You got to change your thinking. All right? Capiche? You're not a loser. You might have to change a few things in your life, okay? You're not a loser. You're not a bad person. You're a good person, and you matter. Your life matters. Be good to you. Good things start happening. Be good to your girl. Be good to your significant other. Be good to your children. Your children come first, not you. Your children come first. And if you're not with the woman and you gotta pay child support, pay your child support. It's not always fair. Doesn't matter. Life's not fair. Okay? Deal with it. Pay your child support. Even if she throws some money away, you become the kid's hero. Especially down the road. When they grow older, they're going to say to their mother, my father paid his child support every fucking month. And you took that money, you gave it to that fucking momo you're married to. Well, that was my money. Dad, you did the right thing. Mom, you fucked up. Okay? And if you don't pay your child support, you shouldn't even really watch my channel anymore. Because then you're a fucko. Alright? Because I paid it. When I was locked up, when I got out, got no job, no nothing, still paid it. Never missed one fucking payment. And I paid for everything the kids had. Kids needed new shoes, I still paid. I didn't say, well, that's what the child support's for. I said, I still paid. I said, I don't give a shit. Here, take it. Because it doesn't matter, bro. I can live in a cardboard box as long as my kids and my people are happy. That's all that matters. Okay? Because I'm the man, bro. I'm the alpha male of the family. If something happens, at least I know I'm loved, bro. And these people depend on me, and I made it so that they're good. They're all good. They're all taken care of. I can keep my chin high. Doesn't matter where you start out in life. What matters where you end up. If you had a bad life, change it. Make the changes. Can't go back and fix it. It's too late. Alright? That's it for this month. If you got any questions, you want to talk about a subject, okay, some of you guys put some political shit down. I don't want to get too political. Some of you guys are not going to like what I got to say, and then we're going to wind up being like fucking, But put your stuff down. We'll talk about it. Alright? Until then, stop fucking around. Alright. You fucking Momo. I'll see you next week.
At Titan Medical Center, we are here to make you feel better, look better, and perform better. We're here to get you to your optimal levels in the most natural way possible. We are a boutique-style clinic without the boutique-style costs. All medications are monitored and prescribed by a physician. Let us help you get the results you've been wanting. Come to Titan Medical Center for the most cutting-edge therapies and the most current information on how to take the most natural approach to your health.